Hey everyone, this is Carvations, and this is another MCOC war video, season 29, war number 3. This is a tier 5 war. I'm taking path 6 in section 1 and path 5 in section 2. My first fight is against Red Magneto, and it seems like I see this guy a lot. Bringing Red Guardian for this fight. Red Mags does gain a bar of power anytime I use a special, so the plan is to apply a slow so that he doesn't become unstoppable on his heavies. But I don't want to throw because I'm afraid I'm going to push him to 2 bars, and I don't want to push him to 2 bars. So the problem is now is it looks like I'm going to push myself to 2 bars, and I'm not going to be able to apply the slow. So this fight has already gotten out of my comfort zone, and this is he's also got high ground, and this is the first time I've ever seen defensive tactics in a war. So I wasn't exactly sure how much damage was going to be applied when he hit my block, and it was a ton. And then there, he just caught me off guard. So first fight of the war, I die. So I'm already in a really bad mood. I just want to get in and finish it. I'm going to try and manage my power a little bit better. Try and finish my combos a little short so that I can have the bar I want. So now I can apply the slow. So if I'd have done that the first time, I probably wouldn't have had any problems in this fight. So I think in the future, I think it would be important for me to rank up a champ that can apply slow a little easier. Someone like a She-Hulk or a Spider-Gwen, even Silver Centurion, someone like that. Probably not Silver Centurion because he wouldn't work in this fight. But someone who can apply slow a little bit easier just to make life easier on myself. Maybe also just getting a little bit more comfortable dexing Red Mag Special 2. But right now, it would appear as if Red Mags is my kryptonite. So moving on to my next fight, I have Ebony Maw. And he also has high ground. I'm going to be using Apocalypse. I mainly brought Apocalypse for a fight in the second section, but I wanted to try and get a charge here just to make him hit a little bit better. Not very experienced against Coleslaw. I don't really see him in war very much. And did a few duels before this, and basically just I knew I couldn't let him gain full focus, so I didn't care about the falter as long as he did not get to 100. As long as he doesn't get to 100, I knew I would win this war fight. So that's kind of what I was watching here, just watching the counter to see when I could hit him. And so yeah, so back up here, just wait, do a little bit of healing, and now I'll punish, and that was the end of that. Not a clean fight. Need to get a little bit more experience against Coleslaw, but was able to get full attack bonus, and I was at least feeling better about myself after that one. But that feeling was a little short-lived. This is a fight against Killmonger on Footloose. Mainly took this fight because it was getting late in the evening, and another person that was going to be taking the middle really didn't have any counters for Killmonger. The other person who was taking this path hadn't joined war yet. He's on a different time zone, and he normally doesn't join until me and the other guy are sleeping. So I didn't even know what he was going to bring. I thought maybe I could muscle through this fight with Apocalypse, but kind of a mixture of inexperience and poor play kind of factored into me getting just destroyed. So basically on this Footloose, anytime he uses a special, he goes unstoppable for 2 seconds. Also, he has kinetic transference, so anytime you block an attack, he gets power. So as you can see, I'm blocking, too much. I'm not able to nullify any of the unstoppables. So, Killmonger is kind of just having his way with me. I'm kind of fortunate there to be able to even get a special off. Push him too far. I'm just at this point just trying to get as much damage off of him as I can. I was actually really surprised I even survived that. So now I'm just back in the corner, and I'm just hoping just to chip away as much as I can. I can't, unstoppable. In a corner, I die. I jump back in. I'm not really sure why I jumped back in this time. Obviously, as you can see, I really didn't learn any lessons from that first fight. Get quickly backed into a corner. I guess maybe I was feeling a little bit brave with those indestructible charges that I wasted there. But you can see I'm just trapped in a corner. This is probably a situation where I should have brought Dr. Doom. The reason I didn't bring Dr. Doom was because I was taking path 6 and I had that red Magneto. And I was thinking I could have replaced Red Guardian with Dr. Doom, but if I would have done that, every champion I would have brought with me would have been metal, and that would have made that fight against Red Magneto even harder, which was the reason why I decided to bring Red Guardian. But if I'm going to be continuing to take Footloose, I'm going to need to bring Dr. Doom so I can nullify that unstoppable, and then because of the kinetic transference, I can basically steal his power and use it for my own. So later in the evening, my friend Kingslayer asked me if I could take this fight. I was a little reluctant to take it, but he assured me that Warlock was a good counter for it, and I trust him. So I figured I'd give it a shot, and it did work a little bit better. I think I played this one a bit better, but mainly I think it was partly because it was just a good counter, or at least a better counter than Apocalypse was. So I was able to salvage at least one AB on this, but lots of lessons learned. So moving on to the rest of Path 5, this is going to be ebb and flow. This is the first time I've ever taken these two fights. The first one is against Immortal Abomination. I brought Warlock. I don't have a lot of poison counters. Warlock's probably the best I got, but the one I'm most comfortable with, at least. That's usually what you should do in war, is bring somebody you're comfortable with. Did a couple duels against him just to make sure I was prepared for his specials. I just wanted to make sure I forced his special one. He has protection unless you intercept, so I'm just intercepting and then using my specials, kind of just picking my spots. I reviewed a video of mine from a YouTuber, although he doesn't call himself a YouTuber, Way Too Easy. He's helped me a lot, and I watch his videos, and they're more for just information and what he calls storage, but they help me a lot. Just watching him take Path 5 and seeing how don't focus so much on trying to remove the protection, build up your power and manage theirs, and then pick your spot. So there I picked my spot because I wanted to throw a special to kind of regain some health here and just kind of reset the fight because I was getting backed into a corner. So that was what I took away from his videos, and they helped me a lot, actually. I'll put a link in the description for his YouTube channel, but go watch him. He's in a Masters Alliance DSVG, and they're killing it pretty well right now in season 29. So that fight against Immortal Abomination is done. I had made some mistakes, but I was happy I was able to come away with pretty good health, and that led me to my fight against Mole Man. Had to heal up Apocalypse for this fight because this is actually the whole reason why Apocalypse came. That way I can stun Mole Man, parry him as I see fit. This is pretty much the exact same. It may actually be the exact same note. I'd have to go look at it again. But it's kind of the same deal. Pick my spots. And when I do intercept, I definitely want to throw specials with Apocalypse just to get a little bit more damage. Both of his specials are pretty easy to evade. So I don't really care which one he throws here. Actually, special 2 is even easier than special 1. But either way, they're both really easy to dex. So for me, I just kind of rinse and repeat like the fight before. Kind of waiting for him to dash at me here so I can intercept and throw a special. Hitting to his block there, that's never a good idea against Mole Man. But finally he was able to get an intercept, so now I'm going to throw my special. So I'm feeling at this point where I know I'm kind of close to the end of this fight. If I can get the protection down one more time, this fight will be over. Here's this special 2. That one's really easy to evade. Did use an indestructible. That's why you use them. Might as well. If Kabam's going to give them away, for free, why not? Just waiting for my opportunity here. Yeah, I think it's coming right here. Here it is. All right, so now this will be pretty much. I think this kills him. Oh yeah. Yeah, just play the fight patient, pick your spots, manage their power, and you should be in pretty good shape. That was it for me in the evening. In the morning, I woke up and I actually took this fight against Dr. Doom. Unfortunately, I didn't record it. It was about 7 in the morning. I thought I recorded it, but I didn't. I did take one death there, but was able to salvage a couple other attack bonuses. Probably should have waited a little bit later till I was a little bit more awake to take that fight, but it is what it is. We took the loss in this war. I ended up taking 6 fights in this one, and what was that? Four deaths. So not a pretty war for me, but a good learning experience. We are now 1-2 on the season, but we are solidly sitting in gold 1. There are some things we need to clean up as an alliance, my battle group as well. If we would just all join war a little bit quicker so that we would all know what we're fighting with, so that when we do get into these situations where we wonder who should take a fight, we know who's going to take the fight. So just a little bit more communication. That goes for me as well. But I think that this is a good alliance. I like being here. I love the leadership from Eddie Bobetti and other members of the alliance, past and present, who have communicated with me and helped me out. And hopefully we can get this thing turned around. We're not doing bad, but we did have the expectation of trying to get to P4 this season. So I'd like to see us win some more. So until next time, remember, nationwide will not die 4 times next war. I hope not.